Welcome to the Space Jam Reimagined.
What is this? Ah! I'm a cartoon?
What's up, Doc?
25 years later, basketball megastar and four-time MVP King James is getting loony with timeless Bugs Bunny and friends. A lot of folks have been waiting for this one. Reimagination of a classic, and it has powerful lessons like the first one and a lot of laughs. What was your initial reaction, I want to know, when taking on the film?
I was intimidated because I was 12 years old when the first one came out in '96, and I know what it did for me. I felt that it was the best sports movie I had ever seen up until that point. I grew up watching the Looney Tunes, laughing and crying with those guys, and then I also grew aspiration and inspiration from the great Michael Jordan. I was able to take it on and accept the challenge, and I had a heck of a time doing it.
Oh, I got this. Wait. LeBron's on a mission. He wants to go coast to coast.
Nostalgic for so many, and a fresh take for a new generation. In his first lead acting role, LeBron takes us on an adventure to save his young son, teaching the power of chasing your dreams.
I think the one thing that people will be surprised about is that it's not a basketball movie. It's a conversation that's been had in a lot of households where a parent has his aspirations for his kid, but also, fail to realize that kids have their own aspirations and dreams. Let's start with the basics. Lola, show them how we do it.
What character do you think is most like King James?
I would say Lola, because of the simple fact she knows exactly what she wants. She likes to have a good time, she likes to laugh, but she likes to get things done. She's not with all the craziness, but she accepts it.
How about your kids? What do you think their reaction will be in watching the film?
My daughter just called her before I got on this interview with you, Robin, and she was like, "Daddy, you're on a commercial.
LeBron James.
You're in the Happy Meal box." My boys, they know that it's a fictional movie, but they're in the movie, but not in the movie. So they're looking forward to seeing, like, Dad, who's playing me? Does he act like me? Does he look like me?
His oldest son, 16-year-old Bronny, following in LeBron's footsteps as a baller, a top prospect himself.
As a parent, with my wife, Savannah, we just give them all the tools before they leave the household. Just giving him the confidence. Listen, you want to play ball? Okay, cool. If you want to play it, let's go after it. But I'm also not going to take away from you being a teenager. I want you to have fun. I want you to enjoy your friends. I want you to enjoy, what being a teenager is.
LeBron's incredible career includes 4 championship rings, and now he gives his take on this year's Finals series. NBA Finals underway, baby. Bucks Suns. You're no stranger to the championships. What are the players going through?
A lot of emotion, a lot of jitters, a lot of sleepless nights. I'm excited for my dear friend, good friend, my brother Chris Paul, and his first finals appearance in 16 years. So it's going to be fun for the city of Phoenix, for the city of Milwaukee, and then for basketball fans all over. I will give the slighter edge to Phoenix because they're more healthy.
All right, final question. The title of the film, Space Jam, A New Legacy. I'm looking at the big poster right here in the studio. What do you want your legacy to be, LeBron James?
If it's about basketball, or if it's about my philanthropy, is it about me as a father? Is it about me as a son? Is it about me as a friend? I just hope that I do enough in my existence that I've helped enough people to feel like.
Starting to feel like a Laker?
I am a Laker. I'm definitely a Laker. I feel it, and I'm happy as hell to be one.
I just have one ground rule for the interview. There'll be no cursing or swearing. Please watch your mouth.
No, the lady set me straight.
Okay.
The lady set me straight last night.
You already knew the rules. As a finely tuned athlete for years, you've worked on your body. But were there any times in your life or in your career where you started to put more emphasis on the mental fitness side of things?
Yeah, I would say probably the last 8 years. And the one instance that I could think about right off top was after the loss to Dallas in the 2011 finals. I knew that the physical side wasn't going to just be enough, and also the level of scrutiny that I was dealing with and how I got out of my comfort zone. I lost the love of fun for the game, and I knew that was the mental side. And once I started to not only build the physical side, which I pretty much knew how to do, but also elevate the mental side of it, not only just I don't want to say the mental side of the game, but the mental side of the approach, the physical fitness of the mind, and how to have the mind as strong no matter what's going on, no matter the circumstances, no matter the scrutiny, no matter the adversity, to always kind of be even keeled. I think that's when it kind of changed for me.
We've seen you in heated playoff series be sitting on the bench, completely still, completely calm, eyes closed, collecting yourself. How have mental exercises like that helped you succeed in your career?
I think it's helped tremendously, Dave. I mean, to be able to be in a packed arena on the road with 20,000, 22,000 people, screaming fans, going crazy, the level of the pressure of the game, to be able to find a moment, 2 minutes or 1 minute or whatever, 30 seconds, to be able to just to close my eyes and just kind of relax myself and calm myself, take deep breaths, give myself an opportunity just to have an inner personal self. It's meditation, basically. Has worked, tremendously for me in my career.
When we talk about the playoffs, I think back to the last time you made it, 2018. Played 82 games in the regular season, first time in your career. Got to the finals for the 8th time straight in your career. And it seemed like the special sauce in between games was sleep for you. And I know that the Calm app can aid you in your sleep. How do you use it to monitor your sleep or track your sleep now?
Well, I would be wrong if I didn't go without mentioning my wife. She introduced me to the app over a year ago, and ever since over a year ago, I have not, and this is a complete true story, I have not either went to sleep at night or taken my daily naps without turning on the app. It's something that calms my mind. It's something that puts me in a very calm state of mind to be able to get as much sleep and deep sleep, REM sleep, as possible. And one thing that I learned early on in my professional career is that the best recovery, as much ice, as much cold tanks, as much massaging, as much whatever you can do can never ever substitute for sleep. That is the greatest recovery for an athlete like myself, for athletes all over the world, for people all over the world. The greatest recovery is actual sleep. That's when the mind and the body is at ease. That's when the body is recovering. And for me, I take sleeping very seriously.
Speaking of sleep, I want to talk about the Lakers, a team that was slept on, I think, by some people.
We still sleep. We still sleep. Let's keep it down, Dave. Keep it down. We still sleep.
Well, I mean, listen, you guys are taking team photos on the plane, ugly sweater party, a lot of team camaraderie off the court. On the court, you and Anthony Davis became the first pair of Laker teammates since Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant to go 70-plus points in back-to-back games. You know the history of the game. You know the history of that franchise. What does that mean to you?
I mean, for me, Dave, I think you've had conversations with me. Anytime I'm able to be linked with the greats, myself and AD, to be linked with Kobe and Shaq, I think along that process, along that journey, you sit back and you're like, wow. Because when we're in it, we have no idea. We had no idea what we were doing. We're just trying to win ball games, put ourselves in a position where our teammates feed off us. But when you have moments like that throughout a season or throughout your career, sometimes you're able to sit back and appreciate it. Sometimes you're not. But to hear it from you and to see it, it's pretty cool. And I mean, we love our team. It starts with me and AD both on and off the floor, how our approach is both on and off the floor, and it trickles down to everybody else. But everyone is an MVP. Everyone has a role on our team, and everyone's accepting their role and being an MVP in their role, and you can't ask for more than that.
And you've accepted a new role. Year 17, playing point guard the first time in your career, leading the league in assists. I want to know, is there like some sort of washed king list that you keep at home in the summertime, all the people that were casting aspersions? What's fueling this run for you?
I think myself. I mean, I'm fueling myself. My teammates is fueling me. My kids is fueling me. And the list is fueling me as well. But, for me, to be able to be in a position where my teammates trust me to handle the ball and be the point guard, I have not done it since probably like 2 weeks into my rookie year. I did it for a little bit, and Paul Silas knew that I needed to be on the wing. But for me to do it in my 17th year with the amount of minutes that I've played, with the amount of games that I've played, and my teammates to trust me, it means a lot.
LeBron, you mentioned your family fueling you. Of course, you're a family man, raising 3 beautiful children.
Yeah.
Your wife, Savannah, your oldest, Bronny, is going to be traveling halfway across the country with Sierra Canyon High School to play against your alma mater,
Wow.
St. Vincent, St. Mary. I know you hope to get there, weather permitting.
Yeah.
But what emotions is this event, this game, stirring up?
A lot, because obviously everybody know that St. Vincent St. Mary is when I became, or people started to recognize me from a national standpoint, and for it to be, 15 years later, and my son is about to play a high school game versus my alma mater in our home state. The only thing that would have been more emotional is that if my son was playing St. Vincent St. Mary at the LeBron James Arena in Akron. That would have been I think it would have been too much. But it's just a pretty cool thing, man. You don't know how things will line up in life, and it almost seemed like it's just all coming back full circle. Seeing my oldest son doing the things that he's doing, I'm proud of him and his basketball club. They got a great team, but more importantly, they're just great kids.
You once said that you really enjoyed playing at Staples Center on Christmas Day, but it's always been as an opponent.
Yeah.
This will be the first time you get to do it as a Laker.
Right.
What's that moment going to be like for you?
Christmas is definitely one of the greatest gifts that we have. One of the best dates that we have, and for me to be a Los Angeles Laker and play inside Staples Center, to see all that purple and gold, to have all our families there, for us to be able to to play the game that we love. It's a beautiful thing. It's not much more that you can ask for. For me personally, being a basketball player, being a Laker, and hosting a home game inside of Staples is going to be one heck of a day.
Of course, you guys are playing the team that you played on opening night.
Yeah.
One of the few teams to get your number this year, but they're going to be fully healthy this time around, with Paul George now playing. Can you just break down that matchup? What are we going to expect to see on the court?
I don't know. It's 2 fierce teams for sure. It's 2 competitive teams, 2 competitive coaching staffs, and so you can expect a lot of competition. And may the best team that night wins. You don't know how the ball is going to go in. You don't know what's going to happen